My fellow UFC addicts, what is up? Max with the Parlay King Princes. We're back. This is going to be my new favorite segment of the week. It's like the 24 hours before the fights happen, UFC 310. We just saw the weigh-ins, watched the weigh-in show, all that goofy stuff, blah, 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 blah. But then I stared at DraftKings for 3 hours and I found you guys like my favorite picks for each fight. I tried to find like 5 to 8 that I fuck with. So this is a way for you guys to see my favorite options for betting each fight, and then you guys can decide what you do and don't like. So this is a great way for you to not have to spend 3 hours staring at DraftKings. You guys will like this. Here we go. Like, comment, subscribe below. It helps me out a lot with the algorithm. If you feel like I missed anything too, or you just want to add to the community and put your locks in, do it. And then lastly, IG, TikTok at Parlay Princess. Here we go, guys. I'm going to put photos of everybody on the scales. You guys get the scale photos. You get everything. We got Brzeski and Kennedy. One guy has a six-pack. One guy doesn't. You already know what to bet on. Under 1.5 is plus 130. I like that a lot. 7.5 minutes. Kennedy's a sniper. Brzeski has no chin. Brzeski, 2 out of the last 3 fights, he got finished in the first 2 minutes of round 1. So if you want to bet round 1 KO. But we've seen Kennedy bait before, so be careful with that, guys. But I like the under 1.5 for plus money a lot, even though these are heavyweights. We know how that usually goes. But Brzeski got KO'd round 1 by Waldo Acosta and Mick Parkin in the first 2 minutes. That is insane. Kennedy only has 1 KO round 1. So I'm not really betting on Kennedy's power in round 1. I'm betting on Brzeski's horrible chin in round 1. And then to flip it over, I just said under, but now I'm going to say the fight going the distance, plus 180. Again, guys, just pick your poison. I'm here to put odds that I saw that I like. The going the distance plus 180 is because we know how heavyweights do it. It's either going to be a vicious KO or these guys are going to fight 26 rounds straight and nothing's going to happen. Kennedy, KO, sub, or points. Those are all options here. What do you do with that? I don't know. Again, it's supposed to be for you to have some fun with it. The KO is minus 150. The submission is plus 700. And the points is plus 300. Matty Betts and the crew is banking off a sub for plus 700. I ain't going to argue that. I do picture more of a KO. We're worried about the chin here for Brzeski. Something to think about. And only 1 sub against Devin Clark. I love how I made these notes and didn't emphasize who the fuck I'm talking about. Only 1 sub against Devin Clark. Who? It's obviously Kennedy. Let's see what we got here, boys. Let's stay on track here. Stay on track. Fight to start. Round 2 is minus 275. So the first round just has to end. And then you've hit your bet. Some of you guys may or may not have that. I'm doing this all on DraftKings. I am from New York. Some states have different betting slippies. Slippy McBoobers. Yeah, so the only 1 sub against Devin Clark in Kennedy's entire career scares the shit out of me. I could not bet heavy money on a submission. He's only had 1 sub out of 15 fights. I don't know what to do with that shit. Next fight, Clay Guida, Chase Hooper. Here we go. I'm just going to run through this. Hooper, under 1.5, plus 124. Hooper's sub, minus 165. And then we got to have some fun with the KO, guys. We know this guy's been practicing his striking. Plus 700 Chase Hooper KO. My dear Lord. I do see a vision for that. The one I hearted the most was Chase Hooper to get a KO or submission, minus 200. Word on the street is Clay Guida only knows how to do a guillotine. He has nothing on the ground. So if this went the distance, boys, it would really, really hurt my soul. The rule of thumb on this page is if you're close to a minus 1,000, it's going the distance. So Chase Hooper, we're giving you a shot here. Don't do this to us. They got the no distance at minus 250. They got Clay Guida under 24.5 strikes. Didn't put the number for that. Great. I'll tell you guys right now. Sorry. Clay Guida under Clay Guida under on strikes is minus 115. I kind of put that because I don't picture him standing and banging with Hooper. Hooper's striking has been really good recently. It is Clay Guida's only path to victory, but Chase Hooper's not going to let that happen. So even 24 strikes, significant strikes, I don't picture Guida getting that personally. The one I hearted the most here, this one blew my freaking mind. Clay Guida under 1.5 takedowns is only minus 200. Is Clay Guida taking down Chase Hooper twice? I don't see that. Minus 200? Sign me up, boys. On the scales, how are these boys looking? Let's see real quick. Both guys looking confident. Chase Hooper's a unit. Let's be honest here. And Clay Guida has T-Rex arms. So, hey now. Michael Chiesa and Max Griffin. I am going Max Griffin all day and night. I have my reasons for it. I'm going to tell you right now. He's now officially plus money too. He's now an underdog, just slight, like plus 110. The odds I like for this are Griffin plus 3.5. So that means Griffin just has to win one round on the judges' scorecard. And he does that. He can't get finished. He can finish the fight, or he just has to win one round. It can't be a 30-27 for Chiesa. If it's a 29-28, we did it. That's at a minus 200. I like that a lot, boys. I like that a lot. Over 2.5 is minus 210. Griffin money line is plus 110, like I said, and that's what I'm going with. He went the distance with Morales, and has never been sub before. Chiesa, I believe, only has a sub against Griffin. He's not going to stand and bang. If I went on Griffin's last 10 and he's gotten sub 3 times, it's a different story. Not one sub in his entire UFC career. I got to kind of side with Griffin here. Max decision is plus 200. He went the distance his last 5 fights. He did win and lose some, but they were all distance. Again, with Morales too, that's dangerous, bro. That's dangerous. Over 1.5 is a minus 380. I like that a lot. Over 1.5 for minus 380. The one I hearted on here was Griffin just to win a round. At minus 200, you really can't beat that. Love it. And on the scales, boys. Sorry I'm looking at my phone so much, but guess what? I got it. Yeah, Griffin just looks solid, bro. And Chiesa looks a little drained in the face. Looks a little tired. Griffin's just there. I'm Max. He's a fellow Max. You can't fade a fellow Max. It's that easy. Cody, Durden, Joshua Van. They got no distance at minus 135. Van under 81.5 strikes. Significant strikes. Keep that in mind. Minus 115. That's the one I hearted. I love that. I don't think Durden can take 82 significant strikes from Joshua Van. And if Joshua Van gets submitted, I still hit my bet. Durden sub. He's going for a sub, boys. I believe he's going for a sub if he wins. Plus 550. Something to think about. I might do a crazy, crazy parlay like Durden sub plus 550. Hooper KO plus 700. Kennedy sub plus 700. We might have some fun, boys. We might go for the $1 million parlay like that. Watch. I got y'all. Van KO plus 225. That's how these guys are going to win. Sub or KO or goes the distance, guys. Plus 550 for sub on Durden. And then Van KO plus 225. God. And then this is the best part, guys. You can combine those bets together. You can say, does Durden get a sub or does Van get a KO? It's still plus money. Plus 115. Durden can get a sub or Van can get a KO at plus money. Yes. We love it. Over 2.5 is minus 120. And then Durden under 57.5 significant strikes is minus 115. I love that one too. I don't think Durden's throwing, bro. I think Durden's going for a sub. Why would you stand and bang with Joshua Van? You know what I'm saying? So, on the scales, we got Joshua Van with the T-Rex arms and Cody Durden with the T-Rex arms. And he's got the... Who's the blind pianist? Can't remember, but he's got the blind man glasses on. I'm going with the guy without the shades. If you look like better MMA with your crooked eyes, I'm not betting on you. Chris Weidman, Eryk Anders. I like the Weidman money line, guys. Minus 120. I hate to bet on like who does the UFC want to win, but the UFC wants Weidman to win 100%. Weidman over 1.5 takedowns is plus 100. I've looked at his stats. He's either getting 1 takedown or he's getting 6. I just need 2. And against Eryk Anders, you don't want to stand and bang. The path to victory is getting takedowns. I love that. Plus 100 for 2 takedowns for Weidman. Bro, sign me the fuck up. Anders under 47.5 significant strikes is minus 115. Fight to start round 3. I like betting this more than I like over 1.5 or over 2.5. I like this a lot. Fight to start round 3. Literally, the second the round 2 ends, you won your bet. Minus 295 for that. Going the distance is minus 200. I like that a lot as well. This is where it gets beautiful, boys. I hearted this one. Weidman decision or Anders KO. Minus 150. Either thing can happen. Your bet won. Love it. Let's look at him on the scales real quick. Weidman looking good and jacked for an older guy. I don't look anything close to that. So shout out Weidman. Anders looked a little tired, I'm not going to lie. And his face didn't seem as happy to be there. Doesn't mean jack shit, but something to think about. Running up the card here, guys. This is where it got really depressing. Bryan battle and Randy Brown. Let's talk about the scales first, guys. Brown. Very excited to be there. Shredded. Battle looked horrible. Compare the post-fight interview I just witnessed in France versus this photo. Not good, guys. Not good. Not good at all. Very scared for this fight now. I have way too many things with Battle in it. So we're gonna see what happens here, boys. Let's look at the notes. I have a bet for. No, I don't have a bet. Sorry. I like this odd. Round 2 to start is minus 425. A little sketchy. But I think that's the safest thing out of everything I have here is for round 2 to start. Second round 1 ends, you won your bet. Minus 425, not the best, but you can add it to a parlay and feel good about it. Over 1.5 is minus 245. No distance is a minus 150. I like that a lot here. Anyone gets to finish minus 150. Battle over, he has to get 1 takedown. Battle gets 1 mothering takedown. It's a minus 200. Brown under 1 takedown is minus 165. I like that a lot. I do not think Randy Brown is getting a takedown on Bryan battle. I don't think that Brown is going to try that at all. He got submitted by JDM in round 1. It's almost impossible. Brown to win a round. So this is where I got a little sketched out by Bryan battle and I started doing shit like this. If Battle doesn't hit him with a 30-27, we hit this bet. Brown plus 3.5 is only minus 105. He just has to win on the judges' scorecards 1 round or win the fight completely. I like that a lot. And then Battle's sub, because that's the path to victory here, I believe, especially after that 4-pound weight miss. I forgot to mention that. He weighed in at 175, missed by 4. I don't think he's going to try and stand and bang. I think he's going to latch onto this man, try and get a sub. So Battle at plus 500, not mad at it. Next fight, Movsar Evloev and Aljamain Sterling. So my safest bet on this is Sterling under 52.5 significant strikes for minus 115. I like that a lot just because I don't picture him standing and banging this. I picture him throwing shots to go shoot for the takedown, even though you shouldn't do that against a Movsar. I don't know what I kind of picture like a Corey Sandhagen situation here, if anything. So even if Sterling wins, I win this bet, inside the distance, I should say. I don't picture him can you picture Sterling just standing there and boxing up Movsar? I don't, bro. I have also Movsar minus 238 money line, just straight up. The Movsar points is horrible. So they got Movsar money line at minus 238, and they got decision at minus 150. It's not worth it. If he gets a finish, you're going to hate yourself. So you're better off just betting money line if you believe in Mobzar. Going the distance is minus 330. I like that a lot too. Doesn't matter who wins. Just get this shit to the judges. We talked about Sterling under on strikes. You guys are going to hate this one, but they got to draw at plus 5,000. I know. Let's not even talk about it. But I am serious. Draw at plus 5,000. Lock it. On the scales, Sterling said he had some issues, actually. He said like he had to cut a little more this morning than he wanted to, but still looks good on the scales. And Mobzar is jacked. Test this man. Holy shit. Here we go. Run up the card. Luque and Gorimbo. No distance is plus money at plus 110. I like that a lot. Luque could get a finish. Gorimbo should mainly get a finish, but I like that. I like that. Themba under 50.5 significant strikes is minus 115. I hearted that because I don't think Luque can take 51 punches, significant punches from Themba. So I like that bet a lot. And even if Themba gets subbed or KO'd, I still win that shit. Hopefully. Luque over one takedown, bro. Luque has to get over a takedown. Not even. He has to just get one. It's over 0.5 takedowns. He has to get over half of a takedown. Why don't they just say Luque one takedown? How do you get half a takedown? But they got Luque to get one fucking takedown at plus money. Plus 120. I know Luque is a submission guy. How do you have that at 1? I don't know. I know his past fights have said that. Well, I only know that thanks to Christopher. Shout out my guy Christopher if you're watching this on Instagram. He let me know, hey, Luque don't be getting them takedowns, boy. Luque sub and Themba KO. You can combine those together. If anything happens, it is plus 175. Not bad, guys. Not bad. It's only bad if it goes decision. I like this too. This is super weird, but anyone to win in round 2 is plus 450. I kind of like that in a weird way. Like Luque survives round 1 and then just passes away round 2. Not against it. Not against it. Themba looking hyped up on the scales. Luque looking good too. Nothing I can say that really throws me off with Luque on the scales. So the only issue is I didn't put anything for points, so maybe you can have some fun and just put it, I said no distance for plus 110, so I'm guessing distance is going to be like minus 150. Something to think about. Next fight, Reyes and Anthony Smith. I like the over 1.5 from minus 180. Reyes to win and over 1.5. You can combine that. So if you're greedy and you like Reyes, but you think he's going to win and over 1.5, minus 110 for that. No distance is minus 225. That's the one I hearted. I need Reyes to assault this man. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of just banking off that. Please, Lord, be with me. Reyes under 48.5 strikes. Minus 115. Kind of the same thing. I don't picture Anthony Smith absorbing 49 significant strikes from Reyes, but I could be wrong here. I feel like he's done it before. Reyes' decision is plus 275. I do like that too. We've seen Anthony Smith survive. Smith KO plus 750. We do have to talk about it because Reyes' chin. Am I putting this on absolutely anything? No, because I'm not putting that energy out there, but plus 750 for a Smith KO. Something to think about, unfortunately. Reyes KO minus 225 is a no-no because his money line is, was it just below minus 300, I believe? It's just not worth it. If he gets a sub, it goes decision, you're going to hate yourself. So if Reyes KO isn't plus money, I'm not taking that shit. That's it for that. The one I hearted was the no distance at minus 225. If Anthony Smith sleeps him, it's beautiful. If Reyes sleeps him, it's beautiful. On the scales, Anthony Smith had to come back to re-weigh in because he missed by like a pound, I believe. Came back and did that shit. So good job, Anthony Smith. And Reyes, not looking as solid as Smith, but it might be because Smith was a little happier. He just cut that extra pound. He's feeling good. Running up the card, Dooho Choi and Nate Landwehr. No distance is minus 185. That's the one I hearted the most. This should be a slugfest. I'm banking off that. Minus 185, no distance. And then if you're greedy, because I don't think these guys are getting a sub, but I see a finish. The fight to end in a KO, plus 100. Over 1.5, minus 195. I hate that bet, but it could hit because these guys are going to slug it out for... Can they slug it out for 7.5 minutes? Is it 7.5? Yeah, 7.5 minutes. I don't know, bro. I think someone's dropping before then, so I don't like the over 1.5 for minus 195, but I did put it. But the good news is that means the under is probably crispy as hell. That would mean the under is going to be at plus... Which is interesting. I don't know why I didn't put the under. Because I kind of like the under. We're going to add this to the list. Under 1.5. Just so you guys can see what's going on here. Brett. Over 1.5. Or sorry, under 1.5 is... Is this a prank? What are we doing here? Where is this? Fight lines. Let's see. Under 1.5 is plus 130. Bro, I like that more than over. I don't know why I put over. We're going to add this to the list, guys. Sorry, 1 second. Plus 130 on the under 1.5. I like this one, too. Choi has to just, like I said, win a round on the judges' scorecard. Plus 3.5 is only minus 145. Like that a lot. And then Choi has become the underdog here, so it's something to think about. The value is kind of on Choi, but I am siding with Nate the Train. Choi money line is now plus 110. Let's see him on the scales, boys. Nate refused to put his arms up. Love it. And Choi with his eyes closed. That's my fault. Took the worst screenshot possible. Maybe his pink eye doesn't want to open his eyes. Fight canceled. Let's see, guys. Moving up the card. Bryce Mitchell, Kron Gracie, Tron Gracie, whatever the fuck his first name is. His last name is Gracie. Minus 135 for Mitchell, meaning Mitchell has to win every single round on the judges' scorecards. We need a 30-27. And I actually hearted that because I believe that's going to happen. Minus 265 for that. Mitchell KO sub plus 225. No distance plus 165. And Gracie under 30.5 significant strikes is minus 115. I like that too. I think Mitchell is going to fuck this guy up. That's my opinion. So I think every single one of those is good. Have some fun with it. Mitchell KO sub is pretty crazy to me. I expect him to get a finish. Plus 225 for that double chance is actually insane. On the scales, these boys looked pretty average. Let's see what we got. Mitchell is terrified of cameras, and Kron Gracie is looking good. All right. Not much to say about that. Gane and Volkov, guys. This is where it got weird for me. I almost wanted to give up at this point because these last three fights were very hard, but I did find some good stuff here. Gane to win and over 2.5 is minus 200. Very greedy, but that is something to think about. I don't believe in pressing the button on Gane points. I just don't, even though that's what should happen. We got Volkov under 66.5 significant strikes is minus 115. I do kind of like that. I picture a lot of pressure against the cage. I picture a lot of Gane piecing him up. So I like the under 66.5 significant strikes. And then since I said the Gane stuff was greedy, I kind of decided to go with the Volkov decision because the value is just there, plus 450. That's insane. Where it gets really insane is a Volkov sub is plus 3,000. Yo, y'all are asking for it, Vegas. Y'all are asking for it. I don't know what to do with that information. I'm not pressing the button on that. Maybe one parlay, but that's crazy. Gane with his eyes closed, my fault. And Volkov looking like Superman with the hair. Volkov is huge, guys. I'm actually very glad I'm not as big as Volkov. It must be very hard to sit on a plane. This one got even weirder. Here we go. Gary and Shavkat, guys. Gary money line, plus 310. That's where the value is at. Let's be completely honest here. Gary decision doubles, plus 650 Gary decision. Oh my gentle Jesus. Fight goes the distance is plus 150. I don't see it going the distance, but this very well could happen. So look at that odd if you guys enjoyed that. Gary over 51.5 significant strikes is minus 115. This was an interesting one too. Total significant strikes for the entire fight. Plus 125 is plus 100. So if these boys all together land over 125 significant strikes, that is plus money. You're asking for it, Vegas. No distance is minus 200. I hearted that. That's the one I like the most. 5-round fight. I believe it's the first time for both of them, unless they did that shit outside the UFC. But here we are, boys. 5-round fight to make it very hard to predict. And this is a great one, too. Shavkat can get a sub, or Gary can get a KO, and it's plus 105. They have a whole bunch of that stuff. If you like Shav, submission, Gary points, mix it up, guys. You can literally combine that shit. It's a beautiful thing on DraftKings. And then on the scales, Gary looking ready to go. Shavkat looking ready to go. I am most excited for this fight. I was excited for Battle and Brown. Not anymore. Battle, you ruined it. Pantoja and Asakura, guys. I don't get how I could absolutely press the button on Asakura. How many times have we seen the UFC rush people up the rankings and they just get absolutely smoked? It's his first time in the UFC and it's his 5-round fight against the champion. How? Why would you do that to him, UFC 2? Why would you do that to Asakura? If Asakura loses this fight, like, why didn't you give him 2 fights then this? It doesn't make any sense to me. Pantoja's sub or Asakura KO, this is beautiful. Again, either can happen. Minus 160 for that. No distance, minus 280. 5-round fight. I love that prop too. Asakura under 49.5 significant strikes is minus 115. I do like that bet because I don't know if Pantoja can take 50 significant strikes from Asakura. He is a sniper. Have I put that on parlays yet? No, but just something to think about. And then Pantoja decision, even though I don't see that as plus 300, but the value is there for that. I'm going to do a whole value parlay, guys. I have to. It's like, it's too hard not to. Pantoja decision, Gary decision. On the scales, Pantoja looking ready. Asakura looking ready. He made weight too. People were going to wonder if he made weight or not. Boom, he made weight. That is it, boys. And then lastly, I'm going to bless y'all with a parlay. A parlayski. Tell me this shit ain't fucking fire. This kind of combines everything I saw in the things I just spoke about. Here we go. Under 1.5 takedowns for Clay Guida. Fight to start round 2 for Kennedy. Max Griffin just win me 1 round or win the fight. Under 81.5 significant strikes for Joshua Van. Weidman decision or Anders KO. Fight to not go the distance for Randy Brown. Evloev moneyline. No distance for Luque. No distance for Dominick Reyes. Nate Landwehr to end in a KO. He doesn't have to KO him. Anyone can get KO'd in that fight. Bryce Mitchell to win every round. And then the fight to start round 3 for Shavkat and Gary. That was a very small bet. $3 to win almost $800. I've done crazier shit, boys. That's light work. That's what we call light work. Make it harder, Vegas. I dare you. That's it, guys. I really hope you like this segment. I really hope this helps. If it does help, comment below because I want to do this every week going forward. I know it's not me posting parlays, but I think this is better because you guys can just see what's out there and say, oh, shit. You know, I feel like this might be a way for you to see if you miss something, build parlays yourself. I want y'all to win money. I want to win money, but more importantly, I want y'all to win money. I call this the Parlay Princes, plural, because I am not the Parlay Prince. We are all fucking Parlay Princes here. So that's why the comments are here, community, all that shit, Discord, at Parlay Princes UFC. Enjoy, guys. We got war soon. Let's get it.